Hi and welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about the Insta Go 3S and one of the features which is called interval video. Now for me, interval video is probably one of the most useful but underrated features of the Go 3S. It lets your Go 3S automatically power on, record a video and then power off, repeating the process at intervals you set, and it's perfect for long days out, bike riding, things like that, where you don't have to worry about when the camera is capturing the moments that you want to do. You can also set the length of the clip, the interval between the clips, and use automatic or preset modes. For me, I tend to go for automatic because once it's on my chest, I can just press record and leave it to go. And the way it works, like any other aspect of the Go series, is that you wear it on the pendant and that's it. It takes care of everything else automatically. Now, not only that, but once you've recorded your footage and you download it to your phone, within the app itself, you've got a memories subsection where you can just select the clips that you want to use, and then the AI in the software will create the video for you. I just want to say, if you do find it useful, give us the thumbs up. I'm not sponsored by anybody, obviously, as you can tell. So any help would be appreciated. So what you need to do first is to scroll down from the top, and on the first page you'll see a camera with the word auto and a ring around it. You need to press that, and then from there then you've got your various settings, including log, pets, biking, running, kids, sports, driving, cooking, a number of different ones. So you select the one you want. So for example, I'm going to use the vlogging one today. Click on next. And then from here, you can see that the settings that you've got. So you click on the blue square on the right hand side, and that will allow you now to set the interval level, anything from 1 minute up to 1 hour. So I tend to use it mostly on the bike. So between 6 and 7 minutes is good for me. Next is the duration. Now you could do this anything between 15 seconds and 5 minutes. For me, when I'm mountain biking, I tend to do around about 30 seconds because that seems to be the sweet spot for when I am out and about. The shooting mode always has to state a video. The specifications are up to you. Then you've got the shooting parameters. Again, I tend to leave that to auto. You can go in and change those for anything specific, as I said, in manual mode, but for me, auto works best. The field of view, I always leave as mega view because I can always crop it in, and I always leave the tilt fix on so that if I am out and about, I know I'm going to get level video. And the final thing then is the indicator light and the prompt sound. This is purely if you want to try and be a bit more incognito when you're out filming. It hasn't really any effect. It's just how comfortable you feel when you're doing, and that's it. And you can change these for each of the settings individually, that depending on what you're doing. Now, when you've done that, you get the option task will start when powered off, and the first option then is only when the Go 3S is not in the action pod, and the second being whether the Go 3S is in the action pod or not. Now, I tend to go with the latter only because I know then that I am actually recording from the very, very outset. Once you click on that, the Go 3 will bring up a message saying the task will start when the Go 3S is powered off, and that's it. And then it'll shut itself down and just let the camera do its thing. Now, another thing to remember is you can only shoot in video mode. So this means that the orientation of the camera is quite important. So obviously, if you've got it upright, you shoot it in vertical. If you've got it flat, then you shoot it in horizontal. Now, one thing I will recommend that you do to get the most out of this mode is that you set up the buttons so that when you press the front of the Go 3S, it'll record in freeform mode. So this means that if you are going along and you see something interesting, you can just tap the front of the Go 3S, it'll record for that section, and then you can incorporate that into your videos as well. So it means that you're not going to miss out on any part of the action that you wished that you had filmed, but the camera wasn't clicked on. So when you finish your recording, if you just put the camera back into the unit, and then on the top screen, you'll see a little orange box, and that will show you how many clips that you've actually filmed during that duration when you've been out and about. So if you press that little orange box, it then brings up the options either to continue the task or to end. So you just click on the end. When you press that, you've also got a message which comes up saying internal video complete, how many videos have been recorded, and to use the Insta360 app to view your footage via memory. Just confirm that. Now, it's also worth remembering this feature is not available on the Go 3. It's only on the Go 3S. And if I remember rightly, I think it was on the original Go. So in short, it gives you the option to capture multiple videos throughout the day without you having to worry about the Go 3 or what you're recording. Just switch it on, let it do its thing, and then let the AI take care of everything else. The benefits include saving on battery life, because obviously it'll just switch itself on and off. Also, you haven't got to worry about any recording. Just let it do its thing. But as I said, you can manually set it up to go when you want. You can also include, if you've got your Apple Watch or Garmin GPS, you've got mountain biking, you can include the stats on that. You will get some boring footage because obviously it's switching on and off at the set times. But as I said, you can press it to record. So it does take a little bit of editing before you go into the AI section, just to take out those clips that you don't want. But it is a really versatile and much underused tool. So the first thing you need to do is to go into the app, and you've got the memories button on the top right. Now you can do this directly from the camera or via your downloads, but for me, I find it easier to do it via the downloads. Then on the bottom right, you've got a button that says memories. So you click that, and that will take you to a selection of the videos that you've already got downloaded. So you select the ones you want, and then on the bottom left, you've got the total duration of the videos that you've selected, and then you can drag them and put them into whatever order just by pressing on them and moving them across. After that, the app will give you some selection of music, so you can pick the one you want, click on next, and then it'll start to analyze the footage that you've told it that you want to use in the final clip. Once that's been completed, on the top right, it gives you the option for how long you want the clip to be, from 1 to 30 seconds, 30 to 60 seconds, and so on. On the bottom in the middle, you've got the aspect ratio of 16 to 9, 9 by 16, or square, so you can decide which one you want to use. But as I said earlier, that would depend on the orientation of the unit when you started filming. And on the bottom left, you've got the little square with a line going through it, and that will give you options to edit the video further if you're not 100% happy with what the AI has generated for you. And from here, you've got a number of different templates you can use. You can just scroll through for what you want, or alternatively, if you press the edit button, that'll take you into more in-depth settings where you can edit the video yourself and change the order of them or any effects you want to add to the final video. If you do go into the edit mode, this gives you further options where you can do transitions, add text, rearrange the clips, and things like that. But I'll do a whole new video on that separately. And once that's completed, all you need to do then is to click the export button on the top right, and it'll export the video to your phone and upload it wherever you want. Okay, if you found it useful, give us the thumbs up and the like, and I'll catch you again next time. Thanks very much.